My name is Mahesh. I actually grew up in Texas. I know, I'm just as surprised all you are right now, too. I love growing up in Texas, though, but I spent a lot of time indoors. I watched TV a lot. My favorite show was a show called Boy Meets World. Anybody seen that? Great show, right? Here's the thing. I loved the show. I watched it for 9 years. I hated the title of the show, because that show was called Boy Meets World. In the 9 years I watched that, I never saw an Indian person or a Chinese person on that show. That's 2/3 of the world's population. I don't think it should have been called Boy Meets World. I think it should have been called Boy Meets Other White People. Had some good news. I got married recently. Oh, thank you, yeah. My marriage was arranged on Tinder. It was really simple. I was like, all right, let's do it. The thing is, when I was doing online dating, I was always thinking in the back of my head, it would be so great to have like an Indian version of Tinder, where it would be the exact same thing, but when you match with somebody, instead of opening up a chat room between you and the girl, it opens up a chat room between your parents and the girl's parents, and you're automatically married. I called it Tindia. I don't know, I'm happy to be married because I hated dating because there's like so much stupid stuff going on, like ghosting is a big thing right now. If you don't know what ghosting is, basically when you're dating somebody, instead of breaking up with them, you can just stop responding to text messages, stop calling them back. You disappear like a ghost, right? Crazy. There's a new thing, it's called zombieing, right? Zombieing is when an ex gets back in touch with you after a long period of time. Ridiculous. I made up my own thing. I call it mummying. Mummying is just when you're trying to preserve a relationship way after that thing's been dead. I love to do that joke and then look at the couples in the audience and try and figure out who's getting mummied right now. I don't know, man. It's been fun getting married. I'll tell you, the hardest part for me for getting married was proposing, because I had to buy a ring, and I've never bought jewelry in my life. And I don't know if you know this, but to pick out a diamond, you gotta like study diamonds. You gotta know about some stuff. Like you gotta know the 4 C's of buying a diamond, right? Anytime I went in, somebody's like, "Oh man, you know the 4 C's? You know the 4 C's? You gotta know the 4 C's. You gotta know what the cut, the color, clarity, and the carat, right? Those are the 4 C's. They're like, you know that? You will find the perfect ring for your wife." Here's the thing. I did my research. There's a 5th C that nobody told me about, and it's not cost. It's cost effectiveness. What is the cheapest ring I can buy that's going to guarantee a yes? And that sounds bad, but think about it like this, right? Think about it from my perspective. If my girl's gonna say yes to a $10,000 ring, right? But she's also gonna say yes to a $1,000 ring, I'm buying a $750 ring. I hope that she rounds up on that thing. It's been fun. Here's the thing, we've been fighting a lot more. Anybody married in here? Or in a long-term relationship? Like, yeah, you start fighting, right? You start fighting a little more. You start living with somebody, you start fighting over stupid stuff. Here's what we've been fighting about. The temperature of the apartment. Every single night, right? Like, she cannot sleep unless it's toasty, unless it's warm in there, right? I can't sleep unless it's freezing. So here's the thing, we came to a compromise. Compromise is, I'm not allowed to touch the thermostat. I didn't say it was a good compromise, I said it was a compromise, right? And I know some of the guys are like, oh, he's scared of his wife. Okay, maybe I am, so what? Who cares? Right? Here's the thing, I'm clever, or I think I'm clever. This is what I started doing. I wait till she falls asleep. I get out of bed, I turn the temperature down. Wake up before her, turn it back up. She doesn't know shit, right? That's what I thought for like 2 weeks. 3rd week, I'm getting up. She's like, where do you think you're going? It's like, bathroom? She's like, you better not do that ever again. You don't think I know what you do when I go to sleep? You turn that temperature down? You think I'm dumb? I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, good. So, here's what I started doing. I can't sleep unless it's freezing, right? We have an Amazon Alexa next to the bed. I reprogrammed that shit to control the temperature. So now I wait for her to go to bed, and I'm like, Alexa, you know what to do. She's like, turning temperature. I was like, shut up, bitch, you're gonna get me in trouble.